What's going on, everyone? It's Dungeon here, and I'm coming back with another Elden Ring Beast Mode video. And in the last one, we finished up Stormveil Castle. Today, I'm going to show you guys how to get super OP with episode 10 as part of my full walkthrough. And before we get to it, I gotta ask, if you like these videos, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Now, let's get on over to the first step. Now, basically, we are currently at the first step. Alright, there it is. We're at the first step. You guys might be wondering, Dungeon, we defeated Stormveil, which you see in the background over there. So, like, why are we here? Well, I told you we're going to get super OP. So we have to talk to this guy.
Oh, well, you bested Godrick, my congratulations. Now, this for an audience.
Alright, so you heard what he said, an audience. He said go to the round table. So, I'm going to cut out right here, and we're going to be right back at the round table. Okay, so here we are at the round table. We have to talk and get an audience. So, in that door behind the, on the other side of the table, that's where we're going to go. But first, we're going to talk to this guy.
I apologize for any of so.
Alright, so there's a bunch of stuff that we need to talk to him about. First off, alright, if you want to learn any of his skills, you might want to pick them up now. Otherwise, you might not be able to get them for a little bit. So I'm going to just go ahead and pick them all up. You do you. Alright, I defeated Godrick.
Well done. Something to mark.
Alright, yeah. Alright, for you guys who are wondering, it's actually a pretty decent weapon. It is a pretty decent weapon. So if you're into rapiers and if you're into magic, those are good for both builds, okay?
Misshapen, that is it happened. Someone's and on a that was the first, and it became. I once wished to become a world.
All right.
And that I urge.
So we're proceeding with his dialogue.
We found ourselves, but our paths. Though that's hot.
All right.
The battle art they were conceived in the past. Fascinating that the golden with the
Because his quest line and Dee's quest line are somewhat together. They're the same ish. Roger is alright, Roger's is more aligned to Ronnie's, and D is more aligned to the lady that gives you that mark, makes you lay on her lap or whatever.
D was telling that he discovered the centipede. As long as we may be, if only I could send if they were.
And I think I got it. I got that papsule. So let's see. Let me talk to him one more time. Alright. So now let me talk to this lady. Actually, you know, before I talk to the lady, what's he talking about?
I didn't. I'll be doing much as Slayer. Those words were in the maybe prison. Well.
Alright, everyone got something to say today. Okay. There's a lot of people we need to talk to. We haven't done this. As soon as you want to, you can do this. There's nothing like super game breaking about this area. If you have extra stone sword keys, or if you want what's over here, which is I think a crossbow. It's pretty. If you're in a crossbow, it's a pretty decent crossbow. Alright. There's another one for a prayer book. There's two. You need two for that one. Ooh, that's a lot. And here's where the prayer book is. Alright. And there's two spells for that prayer book. How much do I have? Yeah, I can buy it. Alright. So we'll go ahead and buy that prayer book. You guys are probably like, Dungeon, why are we taking so long getting to this OP stuff? It's a process, bro. It's a process. Alright? It's a process. So, give him the prayer book. Not the god skin, just the assassins. We're gonna give the god skins to the turtle, actually. So, let's go ahead and learn these spells. And yeah. I should use two. That's alright. Should be more than enough. Yeah, plenty.
I can happily.
Alright, and we want to make sure we get everything he's got, alright? Because this dude, he actually has a quest line of his own, and if you don't buy the stuff that he has, it could be kind of messed up. You could miss something. So you want to grab everything he's got whenever you give him a book. I could have just saved the book for the turtle, but, you know, whatever. Alright, now, here we are. 2 fingers. This is part of the getting OP now. See, it's moving. Oh, man, those things are nasty, bro. Alright, she's talking riddles. I mean, if you want to kind of figure out what she's trying to say, I don't know. She talks riddles. All I know is that depending on how you go through, I mean, you'll see. You'll see. Alright, so here's the remembrance. I've talked about those mausoleums. You can duplicate these remembrances, because if you use them, then you can pick one of the 2 items here. These are the received powers. You can get either an axe or like a fist weapon. Alright, I'm not gonna get either. I'm just gonna leave it. Alright, I'm not gonna get you. Maybe you want to get one of those. I don't know. Alright, let me touch the 2 fingers. Alright, that's nasty. But it's part of the thing, you know what I mean? So, alright, now we've done that. Next thing. You thought I was done. Wasn't done, bro. Next thing, we want to talk to this guy. Alright, if you haven't yet, make sure you talk to him. And then, we want to talk to this guy.
You've received them just as promised. I am known as a tarnished. I am you now belong. You'll be after then as you the inheritors.
This guy's kind of a jerk, man. I'm not gonna lie. He's got like a power complex, you know what I'm saying? So, anyhow, you could talk to him about whatever. Doesn't really matter. I will say this though, you definitely want to come back and talk to him every once in a while, because he will gift you things. Ooh, and look at that. Who's that? Hey, it's the chick that helped us out. Alright, very important you talk to her. Extremely important. Not only do you get the arsenal charm, which can help you carry more stuff and heavier things, but you want to expand or exhaust. Alright. Alright, cool. Exhaust the quest line until she says that. And now we have talked to almost everyone. Alright, we gotta talk to this lady. A lot of things happen after you defeat that first main boss. Yes, yes. Alright. And if you play Dark Souls 3, I don't know about you guys, but she reminds me of the Firekeeper. She is actually wearing, to what it looks like to me, the Firekeeper robes. You know what I mean? Alright.
My dear, have you ever, dear,
yes.
the Black Knight along with these grand, but dear, in truth about the Black.
Alright, here's the clue. Alright, hold on. That might not be it, though. Hold on. Because I think we get the... Oh, no. I remember. We get the Black Knight print from somewhere. In particular. I actually remember where. I don't want to spoil it for you guys. But, I just want to make sure that we completely exhaust her dialogue. Because, we are supposed to... At some point, she gives us something that we give to D, actually. Alright, that's it. Alright, like I said before, make sure that you use the blessing, or whatever, that Baldakin's blessing. Super important. You use it as soon as you get it, because while you have it in your inventory, it will reduce the amount of HP that you can max out with, okay? So very important that you do not have it in your inventory, okay? Alright, from that point on, now, let's rest. Alright, cool. And see if Nepheli is still there. She probably will be moving. She might move downstairs, actually. So we want to make sure that we have that taken care of before we get out of here. A lot of stuff to do in this area. Let's see. Alright, she's not down there yet. She will be down there later, and we will talk to her when she gets down there. Alright, last thing I want to do is talk one more time to Roger, because we did get that thing after defeating the that worm boss. Alright, nah. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's find out where the White Mask is. Actually, it'll say on the map where they are. So, alright, the White Mask is no longer at the first step. So according to this, we don't know. And by the way, you guys might be wondering, how did I get that red armor? I came over to the impassable gate bridge, and there was a bunch of the Radon soldiers, and I just farmed them because I wanted something red to match my hood, you know. Got that Souls fashion going. Alright, so what we're gonna do, a few episodes ago we got the maps for this area, so we're gonna just warp right here. Alright, see you back in a second. Alright, here we are. Doesn't that look cool? Anyhow, let's go find the White Mask. Alright. If you want the weapon that those guys are wielding, you can get it if you kill them. I think, I can't remember what type of club it is, but you can get it. That's what you're into. And here he is. Alright. If you haven't been here before, the Blood Flame Blade spell is in this direction I'm looking right now. But like I said, I went to this area some episodes ago. I'll probably link it up in the description, or maybe even on the video right here, right now. Alright, so White Mask.
You've had your works.
Yeah, they didn't seem right, man. You know,
Words are true.
seem nasty, bro.
That's the pump. Oh,
Alright, so now we got the Festering Bloody Finger.
give it a try.
Alright. So here's the deal. Here's the deal. If you play online, then you can use these things, and it's like it's an online feature. So you basically do some invasions and stuff like that. Okay. If you don't at all want to do that, okay, because it doesn't matter if you win, if you lose, if whatever, as long as you do it, I think like 3 times or something like that. I think it's 3, maybe it's 5. I think it's 3 though. If you do it, maybe it's 5. You have 3 extra. So you do it a few times, and you come back and talk to this dude, and basically that's how you progress the storyline. If you do not at all, do not want to do the online stuff, there are NPCs around the world that you can actually fight, and it will kind of count as the same. It is a little bit more of a pain to do because these NPCs are not right in this area. There's a few of them that are in different areas of the map. So the easiest way to go about this is to do the invasions. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the invasions. I might put one invasion or something like that on this video, but basically you just do the invasions and then you'll go ahead and get to that. Alright, guys? Alright, you guys, so first thing I'm going to do is show you guys what's up. Basically, you go to multiplayer, and then you have to use the Festering Bloody Finger. Alright, you can't use any of the other things to do this. It has to be one of these. And you're going to use 3 of them. And it doesn't really matter. Let's do both near and far. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you win. It doesn't matter if you lose. It doesn't matter what happens if somebody bounces out. As long as you invade, that's all that matters. So if you invade and you die right away, it's all good. It doesn't matter. You just need to do it 3 times. Alright? Now from this point, I'll probably, because it might take a little while, I'm going to go ahead and cut out here, and I might add one of the invasions in for your pleasure. Alright, so here's one of the invasions that I have, and as soon as you invade, you have to locate the host so that you can potentially kill him. Well, in this one, I'm thinking about where he might be. I'm familiar with the area, but unfortunately the host disconnects, and like I said before, if they disconnect, it doesn't matter. That counts as one for you. You only have to use those things 3 times, so that's 1. Here's another one that I had, and in this one, the host is fighting a boss, And as soon as I get basically summoned in, the hosts get killed by the boss. So I get a rune arc, and the host is dead, and it counts as another one. So sometimes, you know, these are real easy to do. Okay, so once you've done all 3, then come back to this guy. Oh, he's pleased.
I wish to anoint a knight to luminary so. Now.
Alright, so now we've got like a piece of cloth.
Normally this rich, but since you
Okay, so he slanders us.
the cloth, the blood of anyone's maiden will do. You are maidenless, after all.
Alright, so there's a slander.
The blood of
Alright, so now what we're going to do is we are going to warp, because we've already been, let's see, have we already been to this location? Alright, the foot of the 4 Belfries. So what we'll do is we'll come here, and then I'll show you guys how to get to the top. It's pretty simple. Alright, be back in a second. Alright, so here we are at the foot. Very simple. To get to the top, what you do is just come on down here. Follow the path. Nothing too crazy. You're just following the path the whole way. There are some, like, see that giant right there? There are some giants in this area, but you should be able to evade them pretty easily. If you just take the path that I'm going, and then you don't have to really fight them. And there's one more, which right there you could just pass by real easy. And that's that. Now that's the Belfry we want to go to right there, but we have to go to the top first. Alright, so let's get to the top. Alright, if you want to rest, you can rest. Maybe you took damage or something, I don't know. Reset the whole area. Then come to this Belfry, and there is a little bonus. Alright, stone sword key. Read the message. Alright. Now, what we're going to do is come down over here. Alright, now these are special stone sword keys, alright? And see what this one says. Precipice of Anticipation. Alright, that's exactly where we want to go. That's the first area, okay? So, use this key to activate the warp. And then basically we're just going to warp on by, okay? And it takes us straight to that direction. Alright, you guys, so here we are at the Chapel of Anticipation. My advice to you is to just go across the bridge. There are a number of pitfalls in this area, so if you see some treasure or something, I wouldn't get it, alright? Like this one you can get, but don't go anywhere else, you'll fall off. Alright, so in this boss fight we're gonna fight one of those Scion. So let's go ahead and do it. Alright. Actually, well, let me buff up first. Alright, now let's go. Oh, I was trying to dodge, bro. There we go. Haha! What an arrow. Alright, so what's cool is that if you kill him from the get-go, like right when you first spawn in, then you'll have those 2 items. You have that shield and the sword. So it's possible. You definitely can do it. I've seen people do it, but I wouldn't necessarily say that those weapons are like all that super good that you would want to like, you know, really try to make that happen. Unless you were gonna do a build around those weapons, which you could. But, you know, that's just me. Alright. Now, from here, we want to go talk, not talk, but she's dead, but we want to soak the towel or whatever he gave us with her blood. Alright. Then, what we want to do is, now that the door is open, we'll come over here. There's two things we need. We need, first off, Stormhawk King, which is something that we give to Nepheli. And the second thing we need is a bird. The Stormhawk Deanth. Dean. I don't know how you say it. Dean. Whatever. The Stormhawk. And that's pretty much everything we need from here. Alright, I know it's pretty cool. Being able to come up to this area and stuff like that. You would think there could be some opportunity for more cool things here, but you know, it's cool enough. Cool view, that's for sure. Alright, you guys, be back in a second. We're gonna go back to the Rose Church. Alright, you guys, we are back, and let's finish this up.
You've complete, and with this, a knight. Now, this.
Alright, now cool thing is that, like, if you go to Stormvale and you complete Stormvale like real early, as soon as you can, then you can do this like before you do most other things in the game. The problem with it though is that, like, once you do, you become so powerful that, like, you wouldn't want to go back and do anything in the first area. It's just everything is way too easy. Alright, first let me double check, make sure there's nothing else to say. Ah, yes, of course. Said don't use it yet. Don't use it yet, he says. Alright, we are going to use it anyways. So, let me show you what to do. First thing you want to do, go to your inventory. And Pureblood Knight Metal. This is exactly what we want to use. He says don't use it. Look, if you don't want to get OP, don't use it. I mean, that's as simple as that. We are going to go to the audience grounds. Let's do that. Alright? And like I said before, you could do this as soon as you want. The thing is that you kind of want to time it right. Because once you do this, then, like, most, even in Liurnia, most of the areas in Liurnia, just, they're not going to net you as much X, or runes, not XP, but runes, as you get from here, okay? So, I'll show you where we're at. We are right next to the Siofra River, alright? Aqueduct Bank. And this is another area that we haven't gone to yet, but we are in the underground areas, okay? And we're about to get the map. Alright, fill it in for you guys. So it's like its own little island, okay? And funny thing, when you fight the boss for this area, you will be somewhere, let's see, where is it at? You'll be not too far away from this island, actually. It's crazy. Anyhow, most people do not do what I'm about to do, I don't think. But I like to do it. First thing you want to do is touch the grace, no matter what, because it's a high chance you die on your way to get into the place, all right, that we want to go. The second thing we want to do is we're going to come up here, and we're going to pretty much not mess with them, all right? There'll be a few of them that will charge us, but as long as you're highly mobile, all right, you should be okay. That dude right there looking at us, he's ready. Yeah, he can charge us. Alright. Anyone who looking at you, alright, they're the ones, they're the problem, okay? Alright. I guess smithing stone. Alright, there's a couple of them that are gonna charge us. Get that rune. And I think that's pretty much everything. Can't remember if there's something up here or not. How far can we go, I wonder? Well, okay, well, whatever. I'm sure I can get a little higher, but, you know, whatever. Alright, and then that's pretty much as far as we want to go. I don't really think there's anything of substantial worth in this direction. Huh. I'm not gonna lie, I'm just kind of curious. I don't think this goes anywhere in particular, but alright, well, whatever. Alright, let's get out of here. Now, the next thing we're gonna do, look at how much, like, I'm gaining from this, though, you know? I'm not even doing anything. It's crazy. What's that? That's cool. I don't think I've ever noticed that before. Alright. There are, just like anywhere else in the underground, you got the melted mushrooms, you have the herbas, I think they are, and as long as you hit this thing right here, you don't have to rest necessarily, but as soon as you hit it, then you're good to go. Then if you die on the way, which I probably will, because I want to get everything, and basically I'm like one shot, honestly. If I get hit once, I'm probably dead. Alright, there's a number of these ghost glove worth. It's very important that you grab as many as you can. Probably you should get them all, honestly. Alright, we'll let them de-aggro. So they're like knocking down trees and stuff, man. Like, it's no joke. Alright, those are the dudes that actually started. Those guys right there. And I think I got everything in the immediate. Yeah, we don't want to mess around with them. If he sees me... Hold up, hold up. Alright, yeah, all these dudes, everyone here is gonna kill you. Alright, everyone here, if they hit you once, they're gonna kill you. Alright, so don't let them hit you. Alright, let me come back over here. I think I missed something. Yeah, here we go. Oh boy. Alright, let's come this way. Alright, cool. Alright, now what we're gonna do, we're gonna come back and get the stuff inside those caves, because it's like a trap basically. We can grab these things, you know. Holy smokes. We'll grab that. And we can grab this. Holy smokes. Whoa! Alright, let's heal up. Enough playing around. Everyone here is going to try to kill us. Alright, this is where we want to be. Right over here. Grab this. Alright. And dash past everything here. Don't stop. Don't even get that thing. Just dash past. Alright. Hit the bonfire. Rest at the bonfire. Oh man. Alright. Now that we've rested at the bonfire, now we'll go and get that thing. Because it takes a minute just to light. I'm sorry, the site of grace, not bonfire. Alright, now we've got that. There is maybe one thing. This area used to be something you can gain lots of souls from. Alright. but not anymore. They patched it. You should just be able to go up top and jump down, and it was this crazy thing you could do, but you can't do it anymore. Now, let me go ahead and show you what we've unlocked here, okay? So what you want to do is rest. Actually, just in case you can get some maybe extra souls, runes, I mean. What you want to do is pass until nighttime. The reason, because nighttime is a higher chance you'll have an elite enemy. Alright, so it's very simple. Most of you probably have seen this before, but what you do is you come over here and shoot that enemy, and then they'll just run off the cliff. Once they run off the cliff, you'll get, what is it, 11,000, alright? And in order to add additional runes, you can use one of these gold pickle foulfoots. I'll use one and show you what happens. You'll gain, I think it's like 20% more or something like that. So this time when I kill him, and if you shoot right through there, there you go, fall off, and then you'll get 14,000 this time, so that's pretty good. And just so you know, and I'll show you real quick, if you want to accelerate how much you get per shot, what you want to do is once they fall off like that, you can go ahead and rest. Alright, you don't even have to wait, and then it'll automatically add it to your total. So this kind of speed it up a little bit. Alright, make sure you have enough arrows. You're going to use a lot of arrows, but you can see here how much I'm already netting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting a whole bunch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and do this a little bit. I'll show you what happens after, say, 5 or 10 minutes of me doing this, okay? So I might use 2 of these golden pickle foul foot. I don't know how you... foot, whatever. And there we go. Alright, you guys, be back in a second. Alright, you guys, so after about good 15, maybe 20 minutes, I netted over 1 million runes. And let me go ahead and show you what I'm sitting at with my inventory, or with my stats here. I've got a 20 in my strength, dex, and faith. I've got a 31 in arcane, and I'll be building my arcane up to about 45 for right now. Basically, what we want to do next, before we leave out this area, now you guys might potentially kill those guys to gain runes, and you can. It's just, to me, it seems like it's easier just to actually, you want to get off the horse here for this. Alright, and there should be some, oh yeah, okay, cool. So we got blood tax and somber smithing stone. Yeah, I figured there was dudes coming. They not gonna let you sit there without coming up and messing with you. So the next one, we want to grab that right quick. Oh, and that spell is so good, especially for my build. It is so good. I'm about to put that on as soon as I get a chance. These dudes, they will mess with you, so just be quick and get out of there as soon as you can. Looks like they're sleeping. It's perfect. And make sure there's nothing else over here. I think that's pretty much everything in the immediate vicinity that I can get. I will give you a warning. Don't go past this area. Don't go into that next area. Not for, I mean, if there's an NPC invasion, so it's up to you. My advice is that you're probably not going to be strong enough yet to face him. Maybe you can try. And if you defeat him, you don't really gain anything yet, because you'll have to face him several times, okay? And each time it's difficult, especially because of those enemies that were farming down here. They look like real angry T-Rexes or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Like these guys, or no, not T-Rex, like bird prehistoric bird that had been drinking from a nuclear power plant or something like that. You know, it's all messed up. So anyhow, that's that. We're gonna go ahead and show you the next things before we wrap up this video. Here we are at the Church of Vows. I have to use this book. There's a couple spells that I want to buy so I can get super OP. Let's get the prayer book. Alright. And this spell, that spell, that spell. I mean, with our newfound wealth, might as well buy them all. Alright. And basically I'm gonna go get some arrows. I'll probably run over to the isolated merchant shack right here, grab arrows. I might get some flame arrows from the nomadic merchant right here. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll meet you at the next location. Alright, you guys, so this is the last thing we're gonna do in this episode. We have to engage the great rune of Godrick the Grafted. Alright, so in order to do that, we have to go to the top of this tower right here. Alright, the thing is that the road is guarded by the guardian golems. Alright, so there's one right there. Another one will raise up. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the easy way to do this. Because these guys can be difficult. If you have a strike weapon, like maybe even a large strike weapon, I would advise using it. But otherwise, I mean, you don't really have to. You can use their advantage against them. Alright, so like, see this dude right here? He's about to shoot an arrow. If you position it right, like that guy will shoot this guy right here. Alright, so we're just gonna come over here and let him get killed. That arrow guy is gonna pretty much do it in for us. Let's see, I'm not sure exactly. Here, let me go ahead and do this. We might have to go toe-to-toe with this guy, honestly. Because the arrow will do damage. Alright. Aw, we're on the wrong side. There we go. Like I said, if you have a strike weapon, then it's way easier because you will actually cause them to be injured. Like, see there. It got hit. If we can get in there and get that crit there. Alright. Cool. Sometimes they drop, let me go back and see. Sometimes they drop the their halberd, so, which is a pretty nice drop. If you're into halberds, you know, might want to check it out and see if you like it. Now, the rest of the way over here, we're just basically taking cover. Alright, because if we get hit by one of those, like, psh, look how big it is, man. That thing is massive, dude. We just take cover. Just take cover. Alright, you don't have to be a hero or anything like that, okay? Always try to keep something in between you and that arrow. Otherwise, you'll be in big trouble. Now, we're going to come down here. Get a warming stone. Don't fall down there, obviously. Oh. And that's that. The ones with the arrows are a lot easier to kill. They're not as beefy. Looks like I didn't get any drops. That's kind of a bummer. Alright, so from here, we are going to do the warp. Yeah, do the warp. And just in case you have never used the warming stone, it will actually, you can use it to heal up, if I remember correctly. It will take a tiny little bit of FP, and you set it down, and for, I don't know, like a minute or something like that, it'll regenerate so many hit points. I don't know how many it is, but if you're in a pinch, you know, and you don't have any healing spells or anything like that, but you do have FP, you can use them. Make sure you don't confuse these with frenzy stones, because the frenzy stones are similar, but it will add frenzy, which is not something you want, unless you are frenzied. Like if you have, there's like a certain, I don't want to spoil it, but there's something you can do so that you don't actually take frenzy. Alright. So what we're gonna do, there's like one item or something like, and kill as many of them as I can, just because. I mean, you need them to make arrows. Well, whatever. Ugh. Alright. There it is. Those guys can be problematic if depending on what kind of weapon you're using. Like if you don't quite have the reach, it can be bad. And you might be wondering, like, why am I, if I want to get these little feathers, right? Why am I using arrows? Well, I can buy arrows now, especially with the thing that I just unlocked, that little farming area. I can buy as many arrows as I want now, without problems. What I can't do is craft as many arrows as I want without the crafting stuff. And looks like I can't even, whatever. Alright. Hey, got it in last second. Alright. All the way so that I can get this Stormhawk feather. That's exactly what I wanted. Not really. I couldn't remember what it was, honestly. So, it's whatever. And I don't think I ever showed you this spell. Let me show you what it does. Alright, it's slow, alright? But it has really good tracking, actually. And then what's more is that it does blood buildup on top of damage. So, like, because now I'm pretty set now. I'm going to be keeping the blood infusion on these weapons for the most part, unless I'm fighting a certain boss or something like that. Maybe I would switch it up, but for the most part, that's what the plan is. So basically, because I have that blood infusions on my weapons, if I lead an attack with the swarm of flies, then I'll be getting blood buildup, plus when I attack them, if I do a jump attack or a running attack, I'll get 4 attacks, and that does, each attack is like 70 75 on average, right, between the two of them. 75 on average times 4, that's 300 blood build, plus the swarm of flies. Even a boss would probably proc bleed on that alone, you know. So that does massive amounts of damage. And for those of you who are wondering, why did I bother increasing my strength and dex and faith? Because like usually you want to focus on one thing primarily. Well, the reason is because you get pretty good gains on your weapon damage with strength and dex up to 20. And with my faith, I'm trying to get certain spells. So, but that's also true too. The up to 20-ish is where you get really good gains. So, all right. All right. Now we got the rune. All right. Let's take a look at our statistics here. So the rune is not. Looks like it's not active. So what we have to do to activate it is you have to use one of these. All right. Let's use it. Now, looks like nothing has changed. All right. Oh, goodness gracious. I have to, you have to rest. Oh, goodness. All right, well, looks like I just wasted a rune arc, whatever, probably. I will go ahead and, I looked this up, actually, because I wanted to know. And I think I mentioned before that in most of the Dark Souls games, rats are the things that give you the bonus that is linked to dying. So whether it's humanity or in this game, it's, you know, the rune arcs and stuff like that. Rats are what you want to farm. Okay, so first what we're going to do is go to Great Runes and load up this Great Rune. And there we go. And let's take a look. Alright. Double check. Alright, so let's try that rune arc again. There we go. Alright, now take a look at our status. Now we get the rune arc benefit, which is basically like +5 to like everything, basically. Alright, +5 to all of our attributes, which is pretty cool, man. You know, I mean, that's cool. That makes a difference. Like, you might be able to use a spell or not a piece of armor or a weapon or something like that. Not armor, but weapon, and where you wouldn't have before. The problem is, though, if you die and then you start to use that weapon again, you're not going to be able to use it. So be careful if you're doing that. But as far as farming them, I'll show you real quick how to farm them, and then we're going to get out of here. We are currently at the Earthbore Cave. You could do this at the Rampart Gull side of Grace, and then basically what you want to do, we're just going to fall down here. Alright, just because we want to do this quicker. And we're trying to kill these rats, okay? Because the rats are the ones that can drop the runes. And that could be it. Alright, and, you know, obviously, you can pick up the cave moss and stuff if you want. But something that will help you immensely with this farm is if you actually use a silver pickled fowlfoot. Okay, so that will increase your item discovery. So let's go ahead and do that. Obviously arcane does that as well. Having a higher arcane, that helps. So use one of those, and that usually lasts for a few minutes. Alright, rinse and repeat, and I'll go ahead and show you me getting one. So I'll cut the clip here, and I'll show you me getting one. So basically, it only took me like 1 or 2 times, and on this is still probably the second run after I cut out from the first part of this, and that rat actually drops a Rune Arc. And just so you guys know, in that cave beyond, there's 2 more rats. So pretty easy to get. Just takes a little bit of time. Alright, you guys, that concludes this episode of Elden Ring Beast Mode, where I showed you a great farming area to use in order to get super OP. If you had fun, if you learned something, if you enjoyed watching this, hit that like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon so you don't miss another video. And as always, thanks, stay cool, and bye everyone.